Thank you for joining us.
Hey, everybody. Welcome.
He's Justin.
And that is a thing called Matt.
Yeah. I believe in a thing called Matt. Just listen to the fucking podcast.
Oh, nice.
This is the Jam Show, the Justin and Matt Show. We're here. And get used to it.
Yeah.
Hey, if you haven't listened before, thanks for showing up and showing out.
Yeah, we appreciate it.
We're going to do a little book reading, talk about our lives. Maybe you can empathize. Try not to criticize.
I'll take all constructive criticism.
I feel like most criticisms are not constructive. I feel like most criticisms are so people can make you feel down and make themselves feel better.
Very much so. Very much so.
And then towards the end, maybe we'll talk about some political topics. Who knows?
Excellent. You
We'll see how much research we both did.
Oh, God. Research? What is that? I've been busy.
It's hard to do, man, when you got a job that is not like the one we had.
Yeah, it's all consuming. It's actually taking effort from my life, where before I was like not having to pay any attention to my work, and I was basically autopilot. I mean, you were like paying attention, but you could like be focusing on something else.
Yeah,
right?
yeah. It was less thinking.
Yes, a lot less.
Did it look like the cartoon? Then it is good.
Yes, exactly, precisely. No, that's a good way to put it. Dude.
How you been, buddy?
Good.
It's starting to get warm out here in the old QC.
Yep, I've been running lately.
Getting ready for the busy.
The Bix, and then Brad told me about the Race the Night, which I tried to do last year.
Didn't get in?
7 of 8 laps.
Oh.
Both my calves cramped up in the middle of the dark on the last lap.
Where was that at?
Line of Wickenhampton.
Oh, okay. Did you already say that? Maybe I missed it.
It's all good.
I was too busy hearing that clicking noise.
I feel you. But yeah, no, that, and then, so, what is it? July 29th is the Bix. I think August 19th is Race the Night, and then September 29th is the QC Marathon.
Okay. And you're signed up for all of them?
The half.
Okay.
No, I haven't signed up for anything but the Bix yet.
Okay.
Yeah.
I'm sure there's plenty of room.
No, I mean, you can sign up for... The only thing that is important is signing up before the T-shirt cutoff. That's the only date that
So you
matters.
can get a T-shirt?
Yeah, because they make Race the Night has a cool T-shirt, and then the last year anyway, the QC Marathon T-shirt was pretty cool. It was decent. I wear it a lot, but funny thing is I got a stain on it right after I got it, and I was like, fuck it, I wear it as a workout shirt. Fuck.
Yeah, that's anyway. All right.
What's up with you? How you been?
Doing all right. I had therapy today. It was really good. We did. We talked about feelings.
Ooh.
I didn't want to. I feel like a lot of times
talk about the triangle, Matthew.
No, what's the triangle?
It's like we got one corner is thoughts, one is feelings, and the other one is actions.
I like that.
And you get stuck between thoughts and feelings.
But take no action. That is, I for sure feel that. Like I was saying about, anything that I've never done before, right. I get so caught up on overthinking it.
No, me too, buddy. Me too.
And we got a little book for that.
Yeah, you just jump in and make mistakes.
Yeah.
That's the name of the game.
But in my therapy, we did perceptualization of feelings.
Oh.
So just like kind of like when you're having a feeling, how does it feel in your body?
Ooh.
And things like that.
That's a good meditation, Matthew.
Yeah.
That's exactly what it is.
Well, we were doing, so I go to this counselor and she does like art therapy.
That's dope.
So I really like it. I do really like
awesome.
it. So I did draw a line that represents feelings, and we did happy, angry, scared, sad, content, and alone.
I don't even know how the fuck to do that.
You just put the pen on the paper and see what happens.
I think I've become too logical to do art anymore.
Yeah, it's a tough one.
Like I feel like I used to be able to draw, or like have a desire to draw, and now
you used to doodle all the time at the old place.
Yeah, and now I'm just like, I don't know. Maybe I just need to sit with a pad and paper in front of me and just doodle more.
I try to do one art thing a day.
Yeah, that's a good idea. Maybe I should do that.
Yeah,
I'll steal that from you. Maybe.
And then we drew little gingerbread men that represent the feeling. And I got a couple of pictures I'll show you here.
Oh, nice.
So here's we started with scared. So that's
the line on the right is your scared line.
Yeah, and then the gingerbread man is how I feel inside.
Oh, is that fire inside you, Matthew?
It's like kind of like just jittery and like kind of feelings like that go all over and make you sick to your stomach and make your heart kind of hurt a little bit.
That doesn't sound nice.
And then here was my sad.
Oh, Matthew. Oh, that's pretty depressing.
Yeah, so it's like a little gingerbread man, and he's got like an empty head and an empty body and just a bunch of blue lines everywhere.
Emptiness.
And I feel like when I get sad, I just like kind of just like become a rock, you know?
You lock up a little bit.
Yeah.
You kind of like turtle up almost.
Turtle up is a good way.
Pull up inside your shell.
Then we started talking about like my dad and stuff, realizing and I kind of knew it, that I had a lot of resentments and feelings towards when he was alive and after he died.
Yeah.
And those are a lot of driving forces, I know for sure, behind my anxieties on being a good dad, being a better dad than my dad. Man. And it's like never good enough, and I'm always trying to get better and better and better. And I feel like that creates a lack of enjoyment sometimes.
Yeah, right, dude. You got to sit back and enjoy how good of a dad you are.
Yeah.
That's what you got to start practicing.
And that's what I'm trying to learn with being kinder to myself, doing more art, so I'm not just like dishes, laundry, cat litter.
Right,
do it.
Oh, dude, tell me about that. That's my life.
Yeah.
That's my life. That's something I really struggle with because, dude, it's like nonstop for me. Because I have a duplex, there is a never-ending list of chores. Yeah. I'm sure as a house owner, it's probably very similar.
Yours is just kind of double?
Yeah, it's just times 2, and I don't know. God, that's a whole other fucking thing, dude. So sorry to go off on a tangent, but so we've been having an issue where the bottom tenants, they have dogs. They have 2 dogs. They haven't been picking up their dog shit.
Outside.
I've asked them twice now to pick up the dog shit. Because the first time I went to mow, the first time of the year, and I was walking around mowing, I'm like, dude, there's a lot of dog shit in the yard. And then Lauren's like, why the fuck did you mow over the dog shit? I'm like,
it's just like in your shoes, your mower wheels and shit.
It might have thrown a little bit, but
thrown it like up against Lauren's car or something.
But so then Lauren and her friend went to go lay out to like get some sun, and we have a little sprinkler thing they put out, and it like sprinkles on them while they lay out.
Damn, that sounds sexy.
It
sounds like something out of a movie.
I'm sure all the neighbors enjoy it a lot.
There's a bunch of creepy old men just peeking out their blinds.
Precisely is what I'm thinking. But so they went out there this past week to try and do it, and there was just dog shit everywhere.
Oh.
And she was very upset. Yeah, so that was kind of shitty.
Sounds like a pet deposit.
Well, it's funny you say that because in my lease that they signed, there's a $250 pet deposit that I have not collected.
Okay.
So I sent them a text message basically saying, hey, I need you guys to be more consistent in picking up your dog shit, or I'm going to need...
Did you use dog shit?
I might have said dog poop.
Okay.
Or I'm going to need to collect on that. And he said, fair enough. That's what they said back.
Fair enough.
Fair enough.
I mean, I'd pick up dog shit for $250.
Yeah. Give me the $250 and I'll fucking hire somebody to do it.
Yeah. And that'll probably cost you $50.
I'll pay my brother who's still, on disability leave.
Really?
Because he hurt his wrist at work and had surgery and it still hurts basically. Mm-hmm. So he doesn't want to go back to work until it like is almost pain free essentially, because he still can't do. Like,
I'm betting it'll never be pain free.
Exactly. And that's precisely what they I don't want to get into any weird litigation shit. But
yeah.
I feel like
we only know so much. None of this can be used in a court of law.
Right. And he's been saying that they've been trying to pressure him to say that he feels good enough to come back to work. When in fact, like just doing normal things around the house make it hurt, essentially. Like pushing on a steering wheel, just driving will make it hurt. And he's like, I'm not going to fucking lie about it just so I can go back to work.
Yeah.
And he's like, so he went and got a lawyer.
Yeah. Well, and I was using a Faro arm at the job before last.
Oh, right on.
And it was like the way the way it's built,
Ooh.
it supports most of its weight, but you got to turn your wrist at odd angles.
It is
and
a lot
kinda,
of weird articulation.
Yeah, and you got to kind of support weight for a certain amount of time in a certain position, and it was giving me a lot of problems. Quit that job. All of it went away.
No way.
I was wearing a wrist brace every day at work.
That's crazy.
And then I come to Cobham, and it's just like gone.
That's nuts. I didn't even think about that.
Yeah.
If you're using a ferro arm all day, 8 hours a day,
put on a wrist brace,
dude. Yeah. No.
Yeah.
Or do some fucking wrist strengthening. Hopefully.
Yeah. Jerk off a lot more.
Anyway.
Moving
on.
Oh, but yeah. So. And I was kind of realizing while talking to my therapist about my dad and my relationship with my son that my lack of knowing somebody that should have been so close to me has created me to have feelings to get to desire to know people outside of that, outside of just my relationship with my son. Like you, I mean, I come to you with a lot of car stuff, a lot of just like general male knowledge. And companionship.
Speaking about car stuff, last time your wife drove in when I was out there, the Trailblazer's making a funny noise.
Oh, dude, it's not even a funny noise, dude. It's
something's funny.
It sounds god awful.
Yeah.
I wonder if it's like they had to cut off her spare tire lift underneath her car.
Oh,
and I wonder if something.
Thing?
Yeah, I wonder if something's rattling around in there because it's only for like the first 2 minutes she drives, and then. Arguably, it's only like when she leaves and comes back. I almost never hear it when I'm in the car driving.
It's making too many other noises.
Yeah.
Those things are notoriously unreliable.
I feel like all cars are.
No, there's certain ones that are...
Oh, it's just me, huh?
No. If you go online, Google it.
Trailblazer.
Fucking Car Wizard will tell you not to buy a Trailblazer.
Fair.
He'll tell you to buy a Toyota or a Lexus because they're way more reliable.
But yeah, it has created a desire in me to get to know people more in case that I lose them, with having never known my dad and then him dying with me at a young age, 25, very impressionable. And I've done that with, having the podcast and creating a place. I mean, we don't this podcast is more for it, but the Blue Ribbon Lounge podcast is, all kind of goofy stuff. But if I got hit by a bus tomorrow, my son has 50 plus episodes on the internet of me talking. He could get to know me a little bit.
That is really
even
cool.
after
I never
death.
Even thought about that.
Yeah. And I just recently, a couple of friends of mine came into town and we hung out, and she's having kind of a hard time. She just got laid off. She's looking for a new job. And it just kind of sparked in me, after talking about it with everybody, it kind of sparked in me, I can make another step forward. And so I posted on the internet for audio recording.
Oh, yeah.
And I posted it for $40. Come and record an hour's worth of audio, and I'll get it to you edited. And it would end up being like $5, maybe $10 at the most dollars an hour. But
because it's going to take you 4 hours, right?
5 hours
to do it.
2 hours to record, 2 hours to edit for the most part.
Minimum.
Minimum. Yeah. I mean,
oh God, dude. No, but I mean, people could send you their stuff that they had already recorded too, though, right?
Yeah, and I would be willing to talk to people about that. But I think just this ability to record audio is such a powerful tool. Nobody writes books. Nobody fucking carves paintings into walls. This is the new way to pass on information.
No, absolutely. Yeah, for sure. It is kind of your new way of Picasso and information, right? No, that's a good way to put it. But yeah, I'm sure there's fucking a million people, because you know how popular podcasts are.
Yeah.
And like everybody wants to do one. There's plenty. I bet it'd be crazy if you've got some politician that wants to start a podcast and they're just like $40 a power. It's coming out of donator money, dude. Take 80.
and like I would even, take 20 or even none. I was scrolling through my feed and it was like recommended for you, like Quad City, like natives community. And dude, I would fucking sit here and let some, like one or two or like a carousel of like Native American people come in and talk about history and fucking...
Dude, that would be sick.
And yeah, like religion and practices. Dude, I would sit here for free all fucking day and do that shit.
You'd be like the new Joe Rogan.
Yeah.
That'd be so awesome.
But yeah, there's just going to come a time where a lot of that history is going to be lost unless it gets put into a new wave of absorption.
Yeah, saving that shit.
Yeah.
Oh, awesome. That sounds sick. I ate a little baby snack size Snickers before I got here.
Ooh, you so bad.
I know, my stomach is not liking it right now.
It's like, what's all the sugar in here?
I haven't eaten much today. Perfect bar and an apple. So I'm running low.
Dude, warm that Perfect Bar up and kind of put it on the apple.
Oh, God, that sounds like diarrhea, dude.
What? I mean, you eat them both anyway. They mix in your stomach.
No, they don't. They come out. They come out differently. They come out at two different times.
I ate them an hour apart. One's passed before
I do eat one in the morning and like one later in the afternoon.
You know what I've been feeling?
What's that?
Dude, I've just been having to pee so much lately.
Oh.
And I hope it's because I've been really trying to drink more water. But I was thinking of when fucking Sunshine was talking about weakening your pelvic floor. And I'm like, did I fuck my body up taking so many piss breaks at the last joint? Because I didn't want to do any work.
Yeah, maybe, dude. Fuck, maybe that's what I got going on, too. Fuck that, that's funny.
You got anything else? Anything new?
Oh, yeah. Yeah. Taking the Fiat, dude. This is the last time you'll see it.
What?
Fiat's going by.
Why? What happened?
I traded it in.
For what?
I don't even want to tell you.
Oh my God.
I don't even want to tell you, dude.
I'm going to be so upset.
Should I show you a picture of it?
Yeah, please do.
See it? All right.
I'll describe it to the audience.
All right.
So this is already a done deal.
Yeah, it's done. Paper's signed.
Were you getting this car like brought in from somewhere else, or
well, I mean,
why didn't you do it on the spot?
Well, it needed some things fixed.
Are you fucking kidding me?
You can swipe to the right, and there's another photo of the side of it.
It's definitely not that.
I took that photo though to show you because that van is fat as fuck.
That van is fat as fuck.
So I went to the Cordova yesterday with my brother.
Oh, okay. Was it racing?
No, that's just a show truck.
Oh, okay.
But it does have a bottle of nitrous in it.
Whoa.
Yeah.
I meant to send you this fucking...
There's also a hot dog roller inside of it, right inside the window, too.
I meant to send you a picture. There's like a fucking Vista Cruiser type wagon online, and it's got some weird bottle in the way back. And I'm like, the only thing I think of it to be is fucking nitrous.
Yeah. No, that would make sense.
What the fuck is with this fucking quarter panel? It's like
a wide
bolted
body
on.
kit. Wide body.
That's
blade.
weird.
That's weird.
This fucking Subaru. Okay, tell me all about this Subaru because I know nothing.
So you remember I had a...
So let's inform the audience first.
I had a Subaru before.
Yes. And what was that?
I bought it brand new. It was a 2015 WRX.
Okay.
And it was in the...
And did you get it in 15 or 16?
I bought it in 2000. When did I buy that? 2016, I think. I don't really remember.
Because I don't think I was working there then.
I had bought it like the first year I worked at Cobb, or the second year I worked at Cobb.
Okay.
But anyway, brand new. Bought it off the lot with like 7 miles on it.
Damn, that's crazy.
And then I drove that for the entirety of the original powertrain warranty, basically 40. Okay. I think it's either 40 or 60,000 miles.
I mean, you had it for like 5 years minimum.
I don't even know if I had it for that long. I might have.
Well, I guess maybe 4 because I worked at Cobham for 5, and you had the Fiat for a little bit of time, and then you had a car before the Fiat. The Fiesta, yeah. Dude, that thing was boss.
That thing was pretty sweet.
Yeah.
But, I mean, now that I've driven a couple other cars, I'm like, man, that thing's a real piece of shit. It's a real turd. Even the Fiats, in comparison, was fucking so much nicer. But, so this is a 2016 WRX STI.
Okay.
So my WRX, when I bought it, brand new, was $25,000. A STI is like $47,000, $48,000, $49,000.
Oh God!
Brand new. This is an STI limited too, so it's like a higher trim package.
Okay.
Of the
What's
STI.
the wide body?
The wide body, that's like somebody just fucked, dude. It's
rough.
They
put it on.
It's rough. A little rough around the edges.
With driving or
just the way the body kit's put on there. All the little pieces of hardware are rusted, so I'm gonna have to replace all of those.
Get some stainless shit.
Yeah, so I'm thinking brass. or gold because of the color of the wheels.
Oh, okay.
Right, to get it to match or something like that.
Okay.
But yeah, so it's an STI, so it's obviously it's more track oriented. It's got a I don't know, a center.
The world is your track.
It's got a 6-speed, and it's got the older EJ motor as opposed to the newer. I think it's the F8. It's the old school. When you think of a Subaru, that's what you think of is an STI.
Okay.
It is, and it is like the cream of the crop of Subarus, essentially.
And we don't got to get into numbers, but you get a fucking good deal on it, or what?
I spent slightly less on that than I did on my brand new one.
Really?
I got it for $24,000.
Damn.
Yeah, it was $24,900, but still.
Well, and then you're still gonna have a car payment.
No, car payment for sure. It's a little bit more than the Fiat, but
there goes
it's all-wheel drive.
Savings.
All-wheel drive
For winter. You weren't having any trouble with that Fiat in winter, were you?
Yeah, a little bit.
A little bit. I think you would say a little bit, even if you had none.
Just driving that thing on a rainy day out to Erie to go grab my deer meat was like a white knuckle.
Yeah?
Yeah. It was sketchy as fuck.
Because that thing weighs like 20 pounds.
Yes, and you know how country roads have like divots on them where the fucking 2 tracks is where everybody drives.
Yeah.
And I'd hit a little puddle and that thing would hydroplane and it would feel like you were going into the other lane or going off the road. I had to drive like 45.
Damn.
Maybe it was because I needed new tires. I'm sure that had something to do with it. But dude, it was, I don't know. And it's a real car.
Yeah.
You know, that's something worth working on and preserving.
How many doors did it have?
4-door.
4-door. I feel like 4 doors is really nice in a car.
And it's all-wheel drive. It's got a big-ass trunk.
Keep all your hunting shit in it.
It's an STI. I know it'll fit everything because I've done it before.
Yeah.
Right? It does need a new back seat. There's a big-ass tear in it.
Just leave it. Get a cover for it.
I was thinking about just
compromise a little.
Black cover, but you could just go to a junkyard and pull a black leather one out of another WRX and just throw it in for like, you know.
And you can do what you want to do.
Well, I mean, I'll probably start off with a seat cover and then eventually get a new rear seat eventually.
We'll see. We'll see what you do.
It depends on how
we'll have it recorded here on the podcast.
I haven't looked on carpart.com yet to see what junkyards have for WRXs in our area. So we'll see how far I have to drive to get to a WRX in a junkyard to see what I can pull off of it. But no, it comes with a lifetime powertrain warranty. So
well, and I mean, you're always taking road trips and fucking. You are a driver.
Yeah, and that is the most driver's driver car that you could really get.
How's the Land Rover doing?
Well, I traded the Land Rover in on it.
Both your Fiat and the Land Rover. That is a good move.
Yeah, it was a good way of me just to offload that thing. My brother was like, he's like, yeah, just get rid of it. But yeah, no, so they're going to come and get that, which I'm kind of confused how that's going to work. But
and Lauren is still driving
the Dodge Avenger.
Oh, Dodge.
Yes,
okay.
That POS. That's the next thing I got to fix.
Well, she'll crash it eventually.
Yeah.
Hopefully she doesn't listen to the podcast.
Yeah, I don't think she does.
Okay. Actually, we could ask her to download it. We need the numbers.
Yeah. Just download. You don't have to listen, right?
Yeah,
that's
right.
How it goes.
Exactly.
Right. We just go off downloads, people. Just download the shit. But no, I don't know. Probably not the smartest financial decision for sure, but life's too short, I think, to die with money in the bank.
Yeah.
So I'm fucking go out driving the whip I want to drive.
Hey, there you go.
So fuck off.
Go down in a blaze of glory, man.
Exactly, dude. And it's a pretty fat whip.
I support you.
Just wait till you see it. You're gonna be like, you're fucking insane.
I'm gonna be like, give me a fucking ride.
Yeah, it's pretty fat. But anyway,
before you trade the Fiat in, you should teach me how to
drive a stick.
Yeah. I'll just ruin the transmission on it before you take it in there.
Yeah, fuck it, dude. I can teach you real quick when we leave here. Because I did put the old shifter back on the car.
Okay.
And because obviously I'm not gonna fucking just trade the car in with a fucking aftermarket shifter assembly because they don't even know. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So.
And then you sell that on eBay or something? Facebook?
Probably sell it on Facebook Marketplace.
Yeah.
Couple $100.
Hey, that's what's up.
Yeah, I know. That's what I mean.
You gonna do a bunch of your fancy, fucking what's that shit called?
Autocross?
No. Well, can you do autocross in your car?
In that
your
car?
New car? Yeah.
I think I could. I don't know how well the tires are gonna work for it. I think that car is that's a race car.
I meant your fancy like cover shit, like your
the wrapping.
Yeah,
Actually, the whole car is already vinyl wrapped.
Really?
Yeah,
just like all one color. What color was it?
Dark blue.
Okay,
like a dark matte blue. It's just very bad. It needs to be redone.
Of course.
Yeah. Well, it's been on there for going on 3 years, and so that's like the lifetime of
vinyl wrap. Yeah,
so it's about time for it to be done again. But it's the nice black underneath. So, how good is the paint? I don't know. Well, time will tell.
Yeah, I mean, it'd be rad if it was fucking great looking under there.
I really, fingers crossed, because then all I would have to do is get the wide body pieces painted black to match. Which
are those wrapped too?
Yeah.
What color do you think they are underneath? White or?
They're just black plastic, I'm sure.
Oh, okay.
Or they could be white, I guess. I didn't think about that, but they're probably black.
But probably just like a raw colored
black
plastic.
Yeah. Not a glossy, fancy black. But yeah, no, it's a sweet car.
I can't wait to see it.
It's sweet.
2 weeks.
Yeah. 2 weeks. I might come over before that.
Yeah.
We
should hang out more.
Yeah, dude, I know. But that's life, though.
That's
life. Fucking busy AF this weekend, going to a fucking wedding.
You want to get any graduation things?
No, I don't go to those.
Okay. I don't blame you.
Shit's lame, dude.
Yeah.
I don't give a fuck.
Listen to a bunch of music you don't like, standing around with a bunch of people you don't know.
Gross. No. I don't do weird social gatherings, normie shit like that. But anyway, that's about all I got for the car.
Okay. Nothing else yet? I'm sure there's something. Something will pop up, right?
I got the fucking bathroom started leaking again.
Again?
Yeah.
Oh,
I didn't
no.
fix it because I put plumber's putty, like in the threads of that drain, and I don't know, for whatever reason that just didn't seal well enough, I guess. So I took.
But it is coming from the drain?
Pretty certain, yes.
Okay.
So I took all that off, cleaned it up real well, and then just put silicone over everything.
I would have sprayed a bunch of fucking Flex Seal in there.
I thought about it, but the silicone's easier to apply.
Yeah, I can see that.
You squirt it on your finger, and you just kind of like make a good bead.
Yeah.
And it's clear, so it's like basically invisible.
Fucking stacking little silicone dimes.
Exactly. That's kind of what I did. I basically welded it and then smoothed it out, and it looked. I mean, you can't even see it. The shit's clear.
Yeah.
The bathtub fucking needs replaced anyway, but
yeah, I mean, in a fix like that, it's not like a plumber's gonna be like, "Oh, this fuking guy."
Right,
He's gonna be like, "The guy was just trying to fix it."
Yeah, and then now eventually I would like to replace that anyway. So.
Someday.
Yeah, someday. Don't know when.
That's okay. We're cutting it off there. We're gonna get to the book.
Fuck, I guess.
For anybody who hasn't,
I do actually have to get a haircut after this.
You fucking liar! What time is it?
Well, dude, it's only 4 o'clock right now.
Well, what time is your hair? Do you have an appointment? Or?
With Liz.
Oh, okay. Okay. Hey, that's at least on the way home.
Yeah, no, exactly.
How much you cutting off?
I don't know. Not much. Probably not much. Lauren said I needed to get 3 inches cut off. I was like, I don't know.
I have decided.
He has
next year.
Yes.
After my 5 year of having long hair.
Yes.
Buzz my head and get a head tattoo. Full head tattoo.
What's it gonna be, dude? Like Aryan Brotherhood type shit?
Hell yeah, swastikas, fucking
Viking
SS
warrior
shit.
Tattoo like your tribe, dude. Your clan.
Yeah, right, dude. I was a serf. My family comes from fucking peasants. I think I'm gonna get some mushrooms up there. I'm gonna get like there's a traditional style tattoo that I've seen a lot. It's like a cloud with an all-seeing eye in it.
So you'll be like the Last Airbender.
Yep. Mm-hmm. I'm going to just get all Last Airbender tattoos up there.
Just that big blue. Isn't that like the blue?
Oh, yeah. It's like big, thick blue lines or something.
Yes, and it just goes back around your forehead.
Yeah.
So you're going to keep your head shaved?
No, I'm going to shave it, get the tattoo, and then grow my hair back out.
Why?
Because this will probably be the only time I ever really shave my head. And it's all my tattoos are for me. They're not for other people.
Right? No,
you don't have them, you fucking normie.
Yeah, I don't understand tattoos. But
yeah,
Lauren
it's like
always gives me shit for it too.
It's like having a sweet car,
Yes.
You drive it because you want to drive that car.
Exactly.
I tattoo myself because I want to have these tattoos.
Right, but you don't have to look at it though.
No, I just know it's there.
At you.
I have to look at you. Come on.
No, I'm just fucking with you.
I think I will be a little. What's the word I want to use?
Offensive.
No, I will be a little like timid when I don't have any hair. I think.
What do you mean?
A little uncomfortable. I don't know.
Like your hair is part of your personality?
It really is.
Yeah.
I mean, even when I had it short, like I generally kept it coiffed up and...
You did keep it, like, styled.
Yes.
Right?
Yeah.
No, you got...
And what if I shave my head and, like, half of it doesn't grow back or something, dude?
That might happen, dude.
Fuck.
It's just a risk you got to take, dude.
I'm willing.
Oh, you're getting tats, dude. Fuck it.
Hell yeah.
You can keep it shaved, at least. At least you don't have a goofy shaped head.
Yeah, I believe that. No fucking crazy shit sticking out of it or nothing.
I got fucking, like, bumps and shit on my head. I feel like my head would look goofy as hell. I don't know.
Well, you buzzed your hair that one time.
I've had short ass hair before. Yeah. It's been a long time.
Yeah.
But anyway, to the book.
Yeah, to the book. We're reading Don't Believe Everything You Think by Joseph Nguyen. We are on chapter 13. The title of the chapter is How Do You Know What to Do Without Thinking? And each chapter is started off by a quote. The intuitive mind is a sacred gift, and the rational mind is a faithful servant. We have created a society that honors the servant and has forgotten the gift. Indeed. I feel like that's so true with what they teach in school and what they expect you to perform at a job. I mean, they expect you to just fall in line and do the same shit over and over again. And they're like, we're like losing our creativity.
Oh, 100%.
Beating it out of us.
They're forcing us to go to work every day.
Yeah.
Right? They're finding creative ways to keep us fucking...
They really are finding creative ways. Like
sweet cars.
Yeah. Sweet cars. These Instagram influencers making you want the green grass on the other side of the fence.
I don't even get on Instagram anymore.
That's good.
Zero screen time.
I just unfollowed as many people as I could on Instagram.
Nice.
Just so I like the art.
Right.
That's
trying to be
what I
more
like.
selective with what you're intaking. That's the first step. Anyway.
Although there are no right or wrong decisions we can make, just like how there are no right or wrong keys on a piano, there are decisions or keys that are more pleasant than others depending on the context. Knowing that there is no right or wrong relieves us from quite a bit of pressure to choose the right one. When we make decisions, we want to rely on non-thinking. We try to think, analyze, create pros and cons lists, and ask everyone, including our pets, for advice. It causes anxiety and frustration until we make the decision. Most of the time, we already know deep down what to do in any specific situation. This is often referred to as your gut feeling, intuition, or inner wisdom. What we try to do is confirm our intuition with the external world.
Very much so.
First choice, best choice.
That's like me buying the STI. That's what it all comes back to, dude. I went through the whole rigmarole of, because I was like, I needed to get rid of the Fiat because those Fiats they're ticking. I mean, Subarus are ticking time bombs too, but the Fiat was a ticking time bomb. And Fiat, Chrysler, they no longer support those cars in America.
Really?
Yeah, so they quit making parts.
Just because they're so often troubled?
No, just because they didn't sell very well.
Oh, okay.
So Fiat pulled out of America. They don't even sell cars here anymore.
Wow, that's crazy.
So there's no Fiat dealership. There's no real Fiat support anymore. So you're basically at the whim of like these little smaller places that are trying to help support a car scene for that car, basically. Yeah. You're at the whim of them.
And who knows where they're at? Or
well, most of them are like down in Florida or out in California. But I mean, like, I was looking at replacing the on the wiring harness for the coils for the spark plugs. They sit right on top of the valve cover, so obviously they get super hot and brittle and break.
Okay.
Right? So I had 2 of my 4 clips were broken. And so I was going to just buy new fucking clips or buy new connectors and replace them. Well, the fucking car website wants $40 for them.
Plus like $80
like
shipping.
An Abarth specific website. Yeah, I got off on a tangent. So when I was thinking about trading it in, because it was so unreliable, I was thinking about just getting the most reliable car I could, like a Toyota
Camry
or a Honda.
Oh, okay.
Basically an SUV.
Oh, okay.
An SUV Honda or a Japanese Honda or whatever. You know what I'm saying? SUV, because they're the most reliable. But then I was like actually thinking to myself who I am and the cars I like to drive, and like,
you don't want to fucking roll a mommy mobile.
Well, it's not just that. I mean, they're nice cars and they drive nice, but I just know I would be bored.
Yeah.
I would be bored with that thing in a month, and I would want to be trading it in. And every time you buy or sell a car, you're losing money, right? So I would have been losing money again. You know what I mean?
Skip those in-between steps.
Exactly. Just go straight for the money. And it's like, you know exactly what kind of car you want. Just fucking buy it.
And
if that's important to you. Obviously.
Yeah, and if you were to come here without having already made the decision, my fucking logical ass.
Oh no, I know. I knew you would talk me out of it, because it's financially. I mean, STIs aren't. If you Google it, they say that those motors are ticking time bombs too.
But like you're saying, like, make the choice that's right for you.
Be true to yourself, essentially. And that's what I was doing. I was like, yeah, fuck yeah.
Yeah, I'm glad you did it.
I'm like, I'm not gonna buy some truck. So obviously my brother and my dad, they're like, buy a truck. And I'm like, dude, I was like, you guys both have trucks.
Yeah, I'll borrow one of yours.
Exactly. Every time I need a truck, it's like somebody else has a truck that I can use.
I was just talking to my wife, and I was like, if I fucking sold that truck and got a van, I would do half the projects around here.
Exactly. Well, I don't know, dude. You'd be surprised how useful a van is.
I would not be using it to haul a bunch of shit.
Yeah, you say that now.
You know you're not wrong.
Then you'd be like, damn, I could fit a lot of shit in this van.
I just fall into starting my own, like, handyman company.
Just like fitting all your tools in there. You're like, shit, let's do it. Back to the book.
Back to the book. Like you said, only you can know what you want to do. No one else can tell you this. This is why many of us experience the phenomenon of regret when we knew deep down what we should do based on our gut feelings, but we ignored it and listened to someone else's advice or opinion. There are infinite circumstances that can happen to us on our journey to the destination, but you can rest assured you will get there. Yeah, dude. You would have ended up with an STI eventually after 3 cars that you hated.
Of suffering.
Yeah. That's what this book is all about, is eliminate your suffering by, being your own person. And there are ways, and I do believe it is important to consider others, but you shouldn't necessarily be doing things for others.
Right.
Like, I love my son and I want to be the best dad for him, and I do that for me. But within every decision I make because of that, I do consider him. Does that make sense?
So it sounds like you're still doing it for yourself.
Right.
Yeah, because you want to be a good dad.
Yeah. But it just happens to be that I want to be a good dad. He is affected by it, so his consideration use.
Oh, yeah, that seems natural.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, absolutely.
Important note within the book: society will almost never conform to our intuition until it's mainstream already. For this reason, if you try to look outside for confirmation on what you know to be true for you, you'll almost always get backlash and differing opinions on what the next step you should take is. And I feel like that because, I believe I'm a good dad. And I do believe that there are people out there that don't think highly of me as a person and as a dad. And I have in the past let that affect me to becoming that person. If I'm trying my best, and I do believe everyone is trying their best, or I mean, you say that, but like even a guy living under the bridge, man, he may be trying his best.
It's hard to define what best is.
That's true. It's different for everybody.
It's like
those people may not be trying your best,
and it's a tough way to put it. No, because How can you define if someone is doing their best at any point?
So how do we know what to do without thinking? The truth is most of us know what to do, but we are just afraid to do it. For instance, if we want to lose weight, most of us know exactly what we need to do. The formula to lose weight isn't rocket science or isn't written in hieroglyphics. I feel like that is me.
Sort of a bad example because losing weight is actually very hard.
But living healthier isn't, eating better, maybe going to the gym, at least getting outside and walking.
When you put it in the words like that, it sounds simple, but I feel like the execution of it is difficult.
But it's all the thinking between
thinking about it.
Yeah, and do it.
No, that's exactly how I run.
Yeah, which is exactly.
You put your shoes on, you go and do it.
Yeah, which is exactly what gets in the way of me doing like projects. I've had 2 brand new windows that I need to put in a bedroom.
Yeah.
And I'm just like, I've only done 1 window and it's on the 2nd floor and this and that.
Yeah.
And I'm creating a cons list in my head of why I can't do it. And that actually comes up here in a second.
Here we go.
The first step to realizing that you already know what to do, you just think you don't because of fear and self-doubt. Bingo. Henry Ford once said, whether you think you can or think you can't, you're right.
Exactly. Dude.
And all these,
that's a good quote.
Yep, all these barriers I put in front of myself create it more impossible for me to do the job.
You just got to dive in.
Know that you already know, and if you don't know that you can know what you need to know. If you know that you can always know, then what you need to know will always come to you.
Got a little word salad.
Yeah, it did. It was kind of hard for me to say. But that is very much like the university of YouTube,
Yeah, there's just nothing you can't do.
Mm-hmm.
Like you were saying, the most limiting factor is what you think you can do.
Yep.
You can't do, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, precisely. Go fucking build a house. Or a race car.
Race that bitch.
Yeah, we'll see. We'll see. No, those were some good quotes. And I've started re-listening to the book. I just started over on it.
Yeah.
I'm like, I just because I tried to pick it back up at I don't know where I was at, chapter 9 or something like that.
Mm-hmm.
And I was like, I got to restart completely over. This is just not making.
It's like a 15-minute read. I mean,
I know, but listening to it feels like it takes forever because it's just so repetitive almost. Mm-hmm. I don't know, but
yeah,
I don't know.
I'll try to cut out all the book stuff and put it just on YouTube so that we can just go
all of the chapters back to back to back.
I meant just like my Cliff Notes.
Oh, there you go.
And so that, either we or somebody else can just go back and just read what we think is important out of the book.
Oh, there you go.
Yeah.
I like that.
And then I'll probably get sued and we'll have to stop doing the podcast. Because I'll have to sell all my audio equipment to pay for it.
They'll kick us off YouTube and then we'll just have to go to that other platform.
Rumble,
baby.
Daily Motion.
That's right. Now this podcast is now going to be flagged because you said Rumble.
Oh no!
Yeah, and I just said it too. So I said the R word.
And that's the book. That's chapter 13. Just like that. Only a few hiccups.
Yeah, no, that was smooth. That was pretty smooth, honestly.
And I'll wipe it all down in post.
Don't worry about it, dude. That's what you get paid to do, brother.
That's what I get not paid to do.
Oh shit. Right.
Have you heard about this building in downtown Davenport?
Yeah, man. Believe it or not, I used to live there.
No way.
Yeah.
Was that like when I first met you?
No, that was before that. That was the first building I lived in when I moved into downtown Davenport.
Really?
Yeah.
That's wild.
Yeah, I lived on the 4th floor. It would have been on the northeast corner, so
you would have been safe.
Pretty far from the
collapse.
So
for those who don't know, there was a building in downtown Davenport that collapsed. It had 53 tenants in the 80-unit building. The building collapsed, and rescue was like super difficult because all of the rubble was holding the rest of the shitty ass building up.
That's what their excuse was.
Yeah. And at one time there were 3 people missing who had lived there. At this time, all 3 people were found dead in the rubble.
Fuck, dude, that's fucked, man.
Thoughts and prayers to those people.
R.I.P., dude. It's so shitty because it's like, I mean, they say the building was inspected, and I don't know if you've looked at any of the engineering documents that they've released.
Not the engineering documents, but from what I had heard, the inspections failed, is what I heard.
Yeah.
They had inspections, and then they're given a grace period to fix it. Mm-hmm. But it sounded like, so the guy who owned it, Andrew Wold, he bought it from somebody else who also worked in his property management company, Davenport Hotel LLC. It also sounds like maybe that person was like a cousin of his.
Yeah, it's all real shady.
Yeah, super shady. So it sounds like maybe the grace period for the construction was coming up, and so they sold it again to get a secondary grace period.
That seems shady.
That's what I'm hearing.
Oh, wow. I heard someone said that the federal investigation is starting.
Really?
Of the city of Davenport over that?
They're investigating Davenport?
The city, yeah.
Well, so what I had heard...
This is obviously just what I heard from my QB mates.
This is all like kind of speculation in that none of this stuff came from the news. It's come from third-hand information for me. But there was a release of a city employee calling the Davenport Police Department, 911, about he was doing like city work, and there were some guys taking a look at the building, and they were like, hey, we're gonna have to ask you guys to clear out of here because we're taking a look at this building and it's not looking good. So the city employee called the police, told them that, and then I heard the 911 call, mm-hmm. and then supposedly the fire department came for like 4 minutes. Arguably, the building is like a minute away if you run to the Davenport Fire Department.
Oh yeah, it's super close. It's like literally down the street.
Yeah. But so the fire department came for 4 minutes. They determined everything was safe and left. And this was within 24 hours of the building collapsing.
Really?
Yeah.
That's kind of weird.
Yeah. Somebody's going to get fucked up for that.
No, what I thought was kind of weird is like, how it's called the Davenport Hotel?
Yeah.
And you know how the building is shaped like architecturally?
Yeah.
You know how it's like a U shape mm-hmm. with a big opening in the middle?
Mm-hmm.
Well, I was like Googling this, the building name, and doesn't this look exactly like it?
Yeah, I could see that.
It's the exact same building shape, essentially.
Okay.
Also called the historic Davenport Hotel.
Where is that at?
It's in Spokane, Washington. And so just look, if you just glanced at this map, doesn't that look like the Quad Cities?
That fucking looks just like the Quad Cities.
Isn't that insane?
That's weird.
Isn't that so weird? It's like a river going east-west.
Yeah, dude. I mean, and it's
There's a I-74, I-80 going through it.
Dude, it looks exactly like it. It looks like it has a Rock Island Arsenal.
Yeah, it's weird, right?
Dude, so weird.
I just stumbled across that. I was like, dude, you want to talk about synchronicities?
Yeah.
And like repeating things?
Oh, my gosh.
And they have a historic Davenport hotel that's exactly the same shape, and it's called the same thing.
That's so weird.
Oh, that's weird. I don't know if there's nothing so weird about it.
Well, what if I thought you were showing me a building that like fell down last year? So, like
a similar building?
Yeah.
Yeah. No.
Dude, what if that collapses like tomorrow?
That'd be weird. I don't know what the historic part of that or when that building was built. It couldn't have been built as early as this one, I'd imagine, because this one was built in like 1907.
Yeah, Spokane, Washington.
No, because 1907 they weren't building shit like that out that way.
I don't think that far that way.
No. I don't think so.
So what else I had seen was there was a picture of the building, and you know how around like old brick buildings they'll have like all the bricks kind of facing out for like windows.
Oh,
kind of a decorative feel.
Yeah.
They had a bunch of fucking 2x4s wedged under that portion of the decoration.
Yeah, that's fine.
Yeah. And then apparently this Andrew Wold got an estimate to update the building, but supposedly you ever listen to Russell Brand?
Oh yeah.
And he's got a button that's like allegedly.
Oh no, I haven't seen that part.
Allegedly, when he got this quote, they were going to have to bring in like big lifts to brace the building as they work on it, and it was going to end up costing him like $50,000, which to me doesn't seem like a lot if you own the building.
Let's see, there's like 6 floors there. Each floor had like fucking at least 10 units.
It was supposed to have 80 units.
80 units at $750 a month. How much is that a month? Just do quick back of the napkin math.
And I'm betting that not all of them are usable. You know, I'm betting if the whole building's about to collapse, I'm betting there were some fucked up units.
I had heard that there was a portion of the building that had been condemned, and so there was part of the building that hadn't been being used.
That's $60,000.
So 1 month worth of rent.
Yeah. I had also heard, allegedly, there were some apartments in there they were getting $2,000 from.
I don't disagree. I would believe that. Well, think about, I lived there about probably 6-7 years ago, probably. And back then it was like $650, $700.
Mm-hmm. Well, and if you got a 3-bedroom apartment, and we were kind of talking about how like government assistance works.
Yes.
If you have a 3-bedroom apartment, who knows how much the government will pay for that?
Yeah, for the Section 8, right?
Yeah.
So they could be maxing out the Section 8 vouchers for each of those, which fucking, I forgot what we saw for Illinois, but I know it was north of $1,000 for a 2 or 3 bedroom.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that's a whole nother fucking scam. Anyway. But no, that building, it was the back, I remember when I lived there, the back side of that building fucking looked shady as fuck.
Just like a bunch of mortar missing and shit.
Well, it was because that back side is just brick, right?
Yeah.
And so they paint it red to cover up all that shit. And like,
God.
I remember back then, like constantly, you wouldn't want to park your car along that wall because there would be like pieces of brick falling off of that consistently. And I swear, it was like, it looked like the bricks had been dissolving like from like a water erosion for years with nobody paying any attention to it.
Yeah.
You know?
I wonder if that's the humidity of the river or something.
It's probably, I mean...
It's probably just a flaw in brick.
A flaw in it, yeah.
I mean, it lasted how many years? Over 100 years?
Right.
I mean, if you're not taking care of it at all, a building's going to fall down.
Even a Toyota or a Honda's going to break down if you don't fix it. No, yeah, absolutely. It did its job. Now it needed an update, and nobody ever fucking maintained it.
Yeah.
And I feel like city inspectors are such a weird, like... It's not like a city inspector is like audited, I'm assuming, on the grade of his work.
Well, and so when the guy called 911, then the fire department came out.
That day before it
was within 24 hours.
Right.
Yeah,
okay.
The fire department came out. And firemen aren't civil engineers.
No.
And I heard even inspectors don't have to be, schooled in how they're just looking for like leaky pipes,
obvious things that you or me could be trained to see.
Exposed wires.
Bad.
Yeah.
Fucking like unsupported structures.
Yeah.
Right. Like it doesn't take a civil engineer to understand that, I feel like, but I don't know.
So when this building collapsed, one gal who was in or near the collapse lost her leg.
Okay, like she had to have it amputated?
Oh,
fuck, dude.
And then shortly after that, or maybe because of that, the city of Davenport fined Wold
I heard
$300.
$300.
Dude.
What a fucking joke, right?
Yeah. And he apparently owns dozens of other buildings and houses. And his house is like a mansion. Have you seen it?
I haven't seen it.
Oh, fuck, dude.
Is it fat?
We gotta fucking pull this bad bitch up.
That's not surprising. The guy owns a fucking ton of real estate.
Yeah.
That's the path I'm on, buddy.
Yeah, right.
I'm here. I'm trying to own some houses so I can have some shit crumble down. Oh my god. This is the entrance to John Deere?
Yeah. the Wold estate.
Jesus Christ.
That guy is probably fucking barred into that house. He's got cops all over the place.
Oh my God.
He's probably in witness protection
at?
program. I don't know. I couldn't figure it out.
What the fuck? And is he building? It looks like the last photo.
Yeah, he's like building like an addition or something.
Oh my God.
He's got $1 million house, can't afford $50,000 in repairs to a building, bringing him money.
Oh yeah, and he's doing renovations right now. Adding on a fat ass garage, bro. What's up?
It's full of Subarus and Fiats.
Dude, I wonder what kind of fat whips he's got. He's probably got a Ferrari or something. Wow, dude. There's a big disparity in wealth here.
Mm-hmm.
He's taking advantage of the... Maybe, I don't know. Arguably, that was the most affordable, decent building in all of downtown Davenport.
Decent?
There's not another...
Decently priced.
Decent, both in, like, living location, the way it is, or at least it was for me, and the price of it. You couldn't find another building to live in.
Yeah. Well, and, like, me and my wife kind of have a differing opinion on this.
Okay.
The reason I would like to own property is so I can help people have affordable rent. And if I'm building equity
within reason, though, right? I'm not going
to give them a $2 a month place, but
if your mortgage on the place is, you have a duplex and it's $1,000 a month, you're not going to go under $500.
No.
Right.
That's
what I'm saying.
I break fairly even.
Right.
Maybe a little bit more to cover a furnace or whatever.
Right.
But, I mean, you have a duplex and you're getting charged $1,500
No,
a
100%.
month.
Dude, it's price gouging.
Yeah.
Is what you were experiencing because there's a shortage.
Which is crazy because, like, there's all these... I feel like there's a ton of places on the market, but the price is so high, people can't afford them.
Just look at what they're building for both new construction, and then look at the places that they're building for rentals. Silvis is a good example because it has, I mean, it's not a large like capacity of homes, but they just recently built a bunch of apartments, and then they're building a ton of new construction in Silvis. The new construction is like, it says on the sign, starts in the low 250s or something like that.
And it's like, and all these things they're building are like fucking side by sides.
Yes.
Why do you want to pay $250,000 to have a neighbor, like have a roommate?
Oh, dude, their yards are dog shit. The next time you're over in Silvis, just drive around the hospital area. I don't know if you've been in that area at all lately.
No, but they're doing them out by Bollesburg too. Like, Bollesburg is just on the opposite side of that hospital area.
That's what I'm talking about, yep.
Oh, okay, yeah.
Yeah.
I saw him going out to Kelowna one day. And it's just like, I remember when that was all field.
Oh, yeah. Yep.
My buddy's mom lives over there, and now, like, she's lived next to a field her entire life. Now she's got somebody's fucking backyard light.
Yes, exactly.
Fucking right in her bedroom window.
Exactly.
Yeah, that shit is...
progress, baby.
Yeah, it's price gouging. Those people, I can't believe that they're not getting aid from the government or it's some sort of tax write-off. They're doing something to make money on those whether they sell or not. Didn't this happen out in like Arizona?
I don't know. I guess I didn't hear about that.
I'm pretty sure that they built a bunch of like condo areas of just little fucking cookie cutter houses, $250,000 to $500,000, but it's Arizona and there's like no water.
That would suck.
Yeah, and so like and this is just what I have heard or remember, and I'll try to remember to look it up for next podcast. I'll probably forget, but I'm pretty sure they just built all these houses for no reason, but just because they were getting tax incentives and shit like that.
That's very possible, I guess.
Yeah, it's crazy.
Yeah, no.
And these people at the very top, I realized today, I was thinking about it, every business is a pyramid scheme. Because you have like one president, a couple of VPs, then you have a bunch of, in manufacturing you'd have engineers, and it's like, it's all tiered out to be like, we got to keep as many people down
I don't know if it's that,
as few up getting money. I think so.
Think about it as...
I think that's the flaw of capitalism.
No, I don't know. I think when poorly done is a good example, but if you think about it of like the captain of a ship, you could have a captain of a good ship or you could have a captain of a pirate ship, right?
Yeah.
So, but everybody has a job on a boat, and there's a hierarchy of responsibility, and that's I think, more or less what a business, I think, more represents. It's just, it feels, I guess, more as a Ponzi scheme or something when you're trapped in the lower rungs and you don't see a way of getting in the higher rungs.
Well, and I think that's what they're trying to do overall in this country.
Well, they're just, yeah, because obviously...
And I think COVID was another way of doing that. And making people sufficient to the government.
I don't know. I'm still trying to figure out exactly what the fuck the goal of COVID was.
I think it was to scare us into making a bunch of new laws where the government can shut us down.
It's just government flexing their control on us. Fucking compliance
Little
and everything.
dick syndrome.
Something, man.
Yeah.
And really, it was little dick syndrome because it all came from China, I feel like. You know what I mean? The Kung Flu. But I don't know.
It's all weird.
Because it obviously, now without a doubt, we know it came from a Kunshan fucking lab. It's like, nobody can fucking deny that anymore.
Yeah.
Like, even Anthony Fauci, fucking, I am science. Even he can't fucking, I feel like, say that anymore. But
And, like, that's another thing like Epstein. Like, they do all this shit right in front of our faces, and we still play along with their game. That's why
we went over this last time, and I was like, "Eat the dog shit, eat the white dog shit."
Eat
right?
white dog shit.
Anyway,
and that's why Matt Nicky for president 2024. Write my name in, and then
seriously, who are you voting for though?
I don't even know the candidates yet.
No,
who are they?
Been listening to Breaking Points at all?
I would vote for that Kennedy guy, Robert Kennedy Jr.
Robert Kennedy. He's probably not even a fucking. I think for Republicans, I mean, he's got some endorsements, but I think it's Ron DeSantis and Trump
for Republicans.
For Republican.
And then it'll be Joe Biden.
And then Joe Biden, yeah.
I wonder if they'll have the actual...
Well, yes, Joe Biden.
I wonder if they haven't had a debate for Democrats, have they? Because they're talking about not doing it.
Yeah, how fucked up is that, dude?
Very fucked up.
Democratic process.
Right in our faces.
Dude, just shitting down our throats.
Yeah.
With these fucking people that they have selected, it's like, come on, man.
Yeah, I'll vote third party if not for this Robert Kennedy guy.
Right.
I might even write his name in. I don't know.
I mean, I figured I would vote for Ron DeSantis just to get, like...
Trump out of there?
Yeah. I mean, I know that because you have to vote in the primary in order to select, which then you would need to be registered as a Republican, right?
What are you registered
I'm not
as?
registered as either. The only time I've ever voted, I think I voted for Obama.
Obama! Winner chicken
dinner.
dinner.
I'm 1 for 1 right now, so I've kind of been holding out, hoping to win again, but yeah.
None of us are winning. I'll throw away my vote before I vote for Trump, DeSantis, or Biden.
See, that's the shitty thing is, like, people always say, oh, by you not voting, that is...
A vote.
Yeah, a vote, essentially. And it's like, dude...
Well, I will vote. I will send in a ballot, but it's not going to be for any of those three guys.
That's just going to have a big dick and balls drawn on it.
Suck
on this from the back.
I vote for Big Dick Donnie. I guess
Donald Trump. Come on, man.
I was just riffing off the top of my head and it came out.
Worked. Anyway,
man, thanks for listening, everybody.
Oh, we're cutting it off.
Yeah.
Okay.
Do you have anything else?
I feel like I might have. Hold on.
You ain't got shit.
Hold on, dude. I feel like I had something.
I gotta oil these chairs.
Yeah, they are really sweet.
I got the fucking slide down chair now.
Oh, you got this one is a lot better than the last time I was here. What happened?
It was the same. It's the same chair as we switched out.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Okay, that's weird. Anyway, all right, we'll call it, I guess.
I mean, you gotta go get your hair cut. I kind of got a PB tinkle. 4:45.
Okay, I guess so. All right, folks.
Thanks for listening.
Yeah, if you made it this far, kudos to you.
Yeah, we learned a little bit. Got a little off topic sometimes.
Exposed myself.
It was a good time.
Picked up an STI over the weekend. You know how it goes. That's life.
But we're thinking about you. Hopefully you're doing all right, and be good to yourselves.
Exactly. Matthew's got the good advice. Don't listen to me. Don't buy an STI. Are you recording, Matthew?
I hope so.
Don't tell me you have a repeat of last episode. That would be terrible.